Good morning. It's Tuesday, April the 19th, day 52. And as you can see, we got snow again last night. Good thing I was in a shelter. It did rain earlier. Earlier I say all night. And it must have turned to snow sometime early this morning. The snow keeps coming. Lightens up and then it gets a little heavier, but doesn't feel terribly cold. So we'll see how today goes. I'll see you on down the trail. Sometime in the spring they're gonna have a burn. Been in a lot of real rocky terrain today. It's very little just hard ground, but there's been a lot of rocks. On the top of this sign it says Appalachian Trail, you are here. Some kind of camera there. A wave to it. So can you believe it's the middle of April and I'm dressed like this? And look at the ground. There's snow on the ground. Yeah. Oh well. And I just want to show you here all this ice that's fallen from the trees. It is warming up a little bit. The sun keeps coming in and going. Keeps coming out and going in. And all this ice from the trees is falling, and every once in a while it's hitting me in the head. But oh well. Well, I just found myself a place. I'm gonna sit down right here and have my lunch, and then move on. Figure out a plan for this afternoon. So we have War Spur Shelter is 2 miles from here. The next shelter, Laurel Shelter, is at 7.8 miles from here. But it doesn't look like there's any reliable water source in between the two. So, and if I go to the second shelter, Laurel Shelter, there's some pretty good uphill before you get to, in order to get to it. So kind of gonna look at the clock when I get to this War Spur Shelter and kind of decide if I need to bring some water with me just in case I'm going to stop and camp on the way. So, and you see this is actually these rocks aren't as bad as earlier. See how rocky it is over there? That's the way the trail was on top of the last mountain, or on top of this mountain I was on. It's really difficult to maneuver through. So when I looked at the elevations last night for today, for hiking today. I knew I had an uphill first thing in the morning, and then it looked like some pretty flat stuff for a good while, and I thought I'd be ridge running and making some pretty good time on that. But as it turned out, it was so incredibly rocky. I mean, I was rocking and rolling my ankles, so it really slowed me up quite a bit. So yeah, I don't know how it's going to be for the rest of the day, but it seems to have gotten a little bit better. Not a whole lot, but a little bit better. Some big black snake. Go on. I'm not going to bother you. Go on. Finally got out of the deep woods. See a little bit of the terrain here, mountains. Not a lot. Yeah, I meant to tell you yesterday, but with the weather, with the rain and wind and the snow, I was as I was hiking, I saw some hikers that had camped Sunday night. Their tents were still set up. They were still inside their tents at midday, early afternoon. So, as the way the day went, I'm not sure that they ever even got on the trail. But yeah, it's a shame. That's what happens sometimes. When you get caught in bad weather in a tent, it's just it's a mess to put away, to try to pack up. Yeah, hope that the weather gets better so you can dry out and pack it. So, but anyway, it looks like today finally turned into a pretty decent day. Of course, I'm down at a lot lower elevations now, so we'll see what it's like when I get back up to the higher elevation. I decided I did stop at War Spur to take my rain gear off, or my raincoat and rain jacket, in the pack cover. And I got more water just in case I don't make it up to the next shelter. But from the last shelter or this shelter, the next one is 5.9 miles. So we'll see. We'll see. Got a little bit more of a climb, about a mile from the top. Looks like some lake over there. Just as I start telling people that I think Virginia's mountains are friendlier than North Carolina and Georgia and Tennessee, boy, they give me a challenge today. I've been hiking since 7:30 this morning. It's about 20 after 5 now, and I got a little over 16 miles in. It's a long day for 16 miles, but you know what? This is the end of day 52, Tuesday, March 19th, April 19th. I'm gonna set up my tent right there and eat and go to bed. See you in the morning.